Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So you guys, this is going to be a story time, and I'm going to be telling you guys about 3 times I have been personally helped by angels. Okay, so if you're interested in story times and you enjoy story times, please like this video, share this video, and leave a comment in the comment section that I believe in angels. So first of all, I am a Christian, and angels are part of the Christian faith. Unlike some other faiths where they worship angels, as Christians, we are not meant to worship angels. Angels are ministering spirits, so we are to send them on messages based on the word of God. Okay, so they will not just obey you because you send them on an errand. They will obey you because whatever it is that you are sending them on is in alliance with the word of God. I just wanted to set that perspective before I begin to tell you my stories. So the very first one, at the time I was a baby, so but just listen to this story. So as told to me by my mom. So my mom had gone out and she left me in the care of the caregiver. And so the caregiver, my cot or bassinet, that's baby cot, was directly under the chandelier, and that was where I was. And according to the caregiver, she said she heard a voice that said, "Take that child away from there." And she picked me up. Immediately she picked me up, the ceiling and the chandelier collapsed into the cot. And that was how God saved me as a baby. I believe that it was an angel that gave her that instruction, like, do this immediately, just larger than life experiences. Do you understand? Anyway, so that's the first story. The second story is happened during my youth service. So during my youth service, I was serving at a financial institution and living on the mainland. So my office was on the island and my house was on the mainland, and we used to close late. So on this particular day, we closed at I got to Sele bus stop in Lagos at about 10 p.m. So normally by that time, I usually don't take bikes to my junction, which was Century Junction. I would take a bus to Century. So before I got to Sele bus stop, the Holy Spirit told me to take a bike. So I was like, why will I take a bike that it's 10 p.m. and they have to pass through? If you're familiar with if you take bikes from Sele to Century, all those corners that they'll pass before they get to Century bus stop. And it was late in the night, so I felt like it wasn't safe. So I was arguing with the Holy Spirit, like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to put myself in that position. I'm going to take the bus home. It was a Friday, so you guys had already boarded the bus. I'm not even going to come and pretend. I was already inside the bus, seated, when I heard very clearly the Holy Spirit said to me, "Get down from this bus and take a bike home." I heard it again, so I just got down. So I was just like, please direct me to the right bike to take, because I was so scared. Like, anything can happen. People can be violent, especially at that time of the night. And that side of Lagos is not particularly very safe, even during the day, not to talk about 10 p.m. at night. So I just boarded the bike, and as God will have it, the guy I got to Century bus stop in like 10 minutes. And from there, I took another bike. I was already at home, so I felt safer. I took another bike home. So my guardian that I was living with at the time, that particular Friday evening, she went for night vigil. So that period was when they were repairing that road. I've forgotten the name of that road, that straight road that leads to Ejibo, but when you have to turn to Agor Palace Way. That's road. They were constructing the road at that time. So when I got home, my guardian wasn't at home, so I just slept. I was tired, just normal things. Catched up on social media. I went to sleep. So that night I was hearing gunshots, pack, 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 pack. Everywhere was hot, but I just slept, like whatever. Maybe it's from a distance. So the next morning, my guardian came back from the vigil and she was looking at me like, how did you get home yesterday night? So I was looking at her like, how do you mean? So because of the repairs that was going on, there was gridlock from that Celeb bus stop all the way to Ejigbo to Agor Palace Way. Everywhere was on standstill. Cars could not move. So all these bad boys took opportunity to rob people from one car to another. So they were taking people's phones, doing all manner of things. So she was like, that how I said, that I almost entered bus, so I took bike home. So if I had disobeyed and entered the bus, I would have been robbed that night. And I believe that God just positioned that bike person that took me home safely. So that's the second time that I believe that I was helped by an angel. The next story, I shared it on this channel. I'll look for the video and share. So we went for Christmas holiday, and we just came down from the taxi, and my husband was haggling on price or wanted to get change from the taxi driver in Ibadan. So I was standing. When you come down from taxi now, when you're waiting for somebody, you just stand in one corner. So that's how I was just standing in the corner. I wasn't even doing anything. I was just standing. So out of nowhere, my husband just ran and just told me, run. He just took my hands and said, run. So I don't even know, we were just running and went to a safe distance. It wasn't up to 3 seconds. As soon as I left that place, a Dangote cement truck fell on the exact spot that I was standing on top the taxi. So if not that my husband quickly took me out of that place, the truck would have crushed both me and the taxi together, because I was just standing very close to the taxi. So people came out and they were like, they thought, because my husband was dressed like a alpha, so they were not calling us alpha, like Allah Akbar, like they were praising God, because everybody saw me standing at that spot. Immediately that thing happened, because people could not believe that anybody would survive it, because the truck just came out from nowhere. The boy that was driving the truck said he just lost control, blah blah blah. And I believe that because I asked my husband, okay, how did you know that truck was coming? He said he didn't know, that he just had that inclination. I believe that it was God for us to run, that he saw the truck coming and something just told him that something bad is about to happen. So I believe that just the way a lot of people believe in demons and all of that, I believe that our angels are at work, and we should be conscious of them as believers, because your angels are there. Okay, you should not worship them, okay, but whenever you are praying, just know that you are giving them instructions. So don't live your life like you are just a normal person. No, God has given us angels they are I don't want to use the word that they are our servants, but they are there to carry out instructions for us. So protection, when it comes to protection, when it comes to provision. Haven't you heard stories of people that will just say that, I just saw your phone number, and it would be a major thing, do you get? Or you've been trying to, I didn't even remember this one. When I was working in an insurance company, there was this particular document that had been missing for a while, and we're looking for that document. Like, it was very serious. They were supposed to go and do like a presentation at the National Assembly. So you can imagine the pressure and everything. Like, heads were going to roll if we did not find that document. So at some point I was like, what kind of problem is this one? So I just said a simple prayer. Documents that we had been looking for a very, like, for up to 2 weeks, we had been, every day we come to work, we start looking for that document. That day I just got to the office. The Spirit of God just told me, go and check that place. As I just checked it, the document was just looking, and we've been checking that place. So we had checked that place over and over and over again. So I believe that as Christians, we have more angels than there are demons. It's just that a lot of people do not know how to work and activate. A lot of people be like, I don't like I don't believe in all those type of things. Da, 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 da. But you have to realize that we live in a very spiritual world. As much as you don't want to be spooky or you don't want to be overly superstitious, but as a Christian, you need to know what you have and the authority that God has given to you. So if you enjoyed this story, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you've had experiences where you knew that you were helped by an angel, share in the comment section. And if you would like me to tell you guys more stories, let me know in the comment section. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.